Hello everyone, let's continue with part 2 for the paper 1 MRSM 2020. So question number 12. Okay, we continue from the previous video where I stopped at question number 11. So this is part 2 video for paper 1 MRSM 2020. So let's go through the question. Diagram shows a car submerged in water during a flood and a side view of the car tire. So there's a picture on the car submerged. Okay. Most important is this picture. So we focus to the picture. Is section height is 10.73, meaning that we actually given the diameter of the small circle. Let's highlight the circle. Okay, so this is the circle whereby the diameter must go through the center of the circle is 40.24, right? So this is a diameter. That means the radius is, if I draw out, the radius should be 40.64 divided by 2, which is 20.32, right? So each of the radius here is length is 20.32. This is 20.32 also, right? Okay, then what about the radius for the bigger circle? Because the question actually want us to find the perimeter for the segment, right? So the question is asking find the perimeter of the area shaded in region, which is segment. So we need to have the radius for the bigger circle, which is these two. Okay, so it's not the same with 20.32. So let's see, we draw the line here. Okay, so we will take the 20.32, which is actually the length here. In all the green one are actually the radius. So I'm going to focus to this part. Right, this part I'm going to highlight using purple color. This is 20.32, and then the up one is 10.73. So that means the radius for the bigger circle is 20.32 plus the 10.73, right? So it's 31.05, right? Okay, so if you add is 31.05 for the radius for the bigger circle. Okay, so now we need to find the angle, right? Because if you want to find the perimeter, you must work out the angle. So the angle here, this is the angle that we need to find. So now let's say we sketch out the triangle. Okay, let's sketch out the triangle. So I'm going to sketch out okay, we have 31.05, right? So if I sketch, this is 31.05 and this is 90 degree, and let's say this is alpha, and just now I got the 20.32, right? This is 20.32. Okay, let me draw again. Okay, this is 20.32. Okay, so we can find the angle here, alpha. So we will use cosine is adjacent and char hypotenuse. This is opposite, so we will use char. Cos alpha equal to 20.32 over 31.05, right? So if you press your calculator, let's press together, 20.32 divided by 31.05, you will get you shift cos, you get the answer is 49.1237, right? Then degree, then we convert to, this whole thing is theta, let's say theta is 2 times of the 49.1237, and we times to the pi over 180 to make it radian. So we times 2, we times is the question asking for 3.142. Okay, we use 3.142 over 180, so the answer is 1.71496. That is the angle in radian, right? So the angle in radian is 1.71496. Okay, so you can give the angle in radian is actually 1.715. all right, so now we need to find the perimeter. So let me sketch out the diagram. So we have the segment that we need to find the the perimeter. So I'm going to find the arc length. Okay, the center was here, so this is 31.05, and this angle is 1.715 rad. So this length is S equal to r theta. So so perimeter is given by formula r theta. R is 31.05 times 1.715, and we have to plus with the 31.05 times 2, right? We have to plus with the the length here. This is AM, plus with the AM. Okay, let's solve the AM first. Okay, this point is at the middle. You can use cosine rule, up to you. You can divide into two right angle triangle. So I think I will use a Pythagoras Theorem. So since, let me see. I will use Pythagoras Theorem. This 31.05, and then I have the 20.32. This is a right angle, right? So for me to find this, I use x squared equal to 31.05 square minus 20.32 square, and x is the square root of this answer, right? And then we just times 2. So that means perimeter for the shaded region, perimeter for the shaded region in red color is equal to just now we have the r theta 31.05 times 1.715 plus 2 times plus the 2 times with the x here. So let's see what we get. 31 square 31.05 square minus 20.32 square, and square root the answer, you get 23.4777, right? You times 2, and then you plus the 31.05 times 1.715. So the answer is 100.20 something, right? 206. So it's okay, you give me 100.2 for significant figure. Alright, this is the answer for question number 12. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one. Yeah, we have to follow instruction. Use a pi given 3.142. Alright, so let's proceed to the next question. So we have discussed the circular measure. So I'm sure this is a hot question. You shouldn't have problem. So okay, basically you just find the perimeter of the segment, right? Okay, you work out the angle carefully using cosine, using the right angle triangle. Okay, and then you can use Pythagoras theorem to find the length, or you can use a cosine rule, or you can use sine rule, up to you. Sine rule also can, right? Okay, now we will proceed to the next question, which is, okay, next one is this. Okay, let's see this one, question number 13. So you're given the line PQ, and let's read the question. It's given that the straight line y equal to mx, m is a constant, is perpendicular to the PQ and intersect at another line. Okay, before that, let's don't confuse. We knew that we have y equal to mx, that is going to perpendicular. Just draw like that. Okay, and the question say is y equal to mx, so meaning that it will go through the origin. So let's why? Because the intercept is 0, right? Y equal to mx, so meaning that it will be something like this, passes through 0 0. But you don't worry, you just find your gradient for m1, which is expressed into gradient form, will be 1 over 2x plus 2. So that means your m1 is 1 over 2, and then your m2 will be negative 2. So obviously this is your m, so is negative 2x, right? The intercept here is 0. So the red line is going to intersect another line, y equal to 2x plus 8. So when you see intersect, we always use simultaneous. Remember that? Substitute one into another one. So we have y equal to negative 2x. This is number 1. Intersect this line. So the moment you see intersect, you will do simultaneous. So you can say sub 1 into 2, or you can say 1 is equal to 2, same. So negative 2x equal to 2x plus 8, right? So that means I will have negative 4x equal to 8. Then my x is negative 2. Then how to find the y? You substitute your x into number 1 to find your y. So y is negative 2 times negative 2, which is 4. So that means the point n should be negative 2 and 4. Alright, so this is the point n. Okay, so we have found the point n is negative 2 and 4, and we are asking to label the point. Label the point negative 2. Let's label. How to label the point? Okay, so let's study the skill first. It seems like we are having the this one, the y-intercept is 2, x0, right? Y is 4 over 2 is 2. So that means here is 2. That means here 1, here 0. So here the x-intercept is, let the y0 x is negative 4, right? So this is negative 4. So negative 2 should be here, negative 2, and then 4 should be 4 should be here. This is 4, so it should be here. Alright, let me erase. So the 1 2 3 4 and negative 2 4, it should be here. This is a point, and negative 2 4. Alright, 4. Okay, so that is a point. Alright, so normally when we label, we will just put a dot and label as negative 2 4. Alright, so we have solved this one. Now let's proceed to question 14. Let's see, diagram 4 shows a straight line passes through x-axis and y-axis. Find the equation of straight line in general form. Okay, so for equation we have three types of equation. One is gradient form, okay, which is y equal to mx plus c, and we have intercept form. Intercept form, you can read the intercept directly. Like example, this question I can put x over negative 3 plus y over 4 equal to 1. So it's x over a plus y over b equal to 1, intercept form. Then how about general form? General form is ax plus by plus c, and 0 is at right hand side. Okay, so now we can find the equation using the gradient. So if you forgot the shortcut for for finding the gradient, you can use y2 minus y1. So you just find m is 4 minus 0 over 0 minus negative 3. So you get 4 over 3. It looks like okay because the line is heading up. If you are good, you can use negative b over a. It's a negative. Y-intercept is 4 and a is an x-intercept. And you can get the gradient too. It's the same. So now the intercept was given, right? So you don't have to find. So this is the intercept. So I'm going to write my equation with a 4 over 3x plus 4 plus c, mx plus c. This is the gradient form. So in order to form the equation into general form, I times 3 every term, times 3 times 3. Alright, so then I will say I shift all the terms to one side. It becomes 3y minus 4x minus 12 equal to 0. This is so-called general form. Okay, general form. Alright, so we have solved number 14. Let's go to number 15. Diagram 6 shows triangle OPQ such that R is a midpoint. Okay, so now we are asking to find the OR in terms of A and B. So the OP given, OQ given, and R is a midpoint. So now I have to find the vector PQ. PQ is equal to P. Okay, P to Q is P to A, and then P to O plus O to Q, because the interchange is at point O, right? So that means PQ is given, we are given opposite, we are given the A, and then our vector is negative A, because it's not OP, it's P to O. This is P to O against the direction given, and OQ is heading to the same direction, so you plus. And now we need to find vector OR, right? The question says find vector OR in terms of A and B. So let's see, let's join the line from O to R. Okay, triangle law, OQ plus QR. You want to use this one, or you want to use the other one, which is OP. Okay, OP. If you use OP, you have to use a PR. So I think I will use PR because I'm having PQ. Alright, so if you use the green one, you will have to change the sign for the QP, right? So better follow the direction given. So OR is equal to OP plus PQ. See that? Plus PR, sorry. So this is R. Okay, so now we are going to substitute OP. O to P is A, plus the PR is negative, plus the PR is negative A plus B divided by 2. Why divided by 2? Because it's the midpoint, right? So the magnitude is half. So we have A plus, negative half A plus half B. So if we simplify to the simplest form, we will have 1 minus half is half A plus half B. Alright, so that means a vector OR is actually 1 over 2A plus 1 over 2B. Alright, so we have complete this question. Let's proceed to the next question, number 16. For this one, you are given 2 points P and Q are Cartesian plane. Then you're asking express PQ in the form of XY. So we have to use the triangle law again. P to Q. Right, so it's actually we form the triangle. Okay, PQ is actually PO plus OQ. So we are given vector given are vector OP, right? OP. So OP is 3, 4. So hence the PO will be negative 3, negative 4. Opposite direction. OQ was given 4, 2. 4, negative 2. So we have 4 minus 3 is 1, minus 4 and minus 2 will be minus 6. So this is a vector PQ. Okay, it's 1, negative 6. Okay, so the answer is 1 and negative 6. Okay, we find the unit vector in the direction of PQ. Okay, so that means unit vector is just one unit out of the magnitude of the total length of PQ. So one unit, okay, out of the length of the PQ and in the direction of the PQ. So what you need to do is we need to find the length of PQ. So we have found the answer for A. So the length of PQ, we use PQ square equal to 1 square plus negative square. So the Pythagoras Theorem, which is PQ is given square root 37, right? So how to find the unit vector in the given direction of PQ is you take 1 over the magnitude of the vector PQ and you can times with the vector PQ, which is 1 and negative 6. So your answer can be written as any form because there is no instruction asking for vector in terms of I or J. So if you want to write I or J, you can write like this, PQ. So up to you. Okay, settle. Now let's see number 17. For this question, you're asking to find the in terms of K, the corresponding small changes in V. See, when I see small changes, I will write delta, and the approximate value of the V. So that means a new V is new one is the original value of the V plus the changes of the V. Okay, that's a concept. So let's do dV du. So V is 36u negative 3. So dV du is negative 3, 36, and then u negative 3 minus 1. So you have negative 108 over u4. Okay, and then you need to substitute the original V value. So is negative 108 over 24, which is you will get the answer is negative. You will get the answer which is negative. You have to simplify to the simplest form. Okay, so let's write 108 over 24 is 16. So we divide 5, 4, 8. So we divide further 27 over 4, right? So then in order to find the delta V is equal to dv dx u times the delta u. So what is the delta u? Okay, delta u is u changes from 2 to 2 minus k. So we'll take the new one minus the original one, so you get negative k. So delta u is 2 minus k minus 2. So it's negative k. So we just take negative 27 over 4 times with the negative k. So the answer is 27 over 4k is a positive value. And then the question asking for approximate value. So approximate value for V is we take the original V value, which is 36 over 2 power 3, which is 8. 36 over 8 will be 9 over 2. So we will take the original value of the V plus with the delta V, which is 27 over 4k. This is so-called approximate value of the V after changes. Alright, so now let's proceed to question 18. For this question, whenever you see gradient function, immediately you write dy dx. Okay, so when you see dy dx given and you see there is a turning point, right, maximum or minimum, you can actually use it, the gradient of the tangent at the turning point or the lowest point is always the gradient is always 0, and you can plug in the 4 to a4 minus 1, so you will get 8a is 1 and a is 1 over 8. Right, so now the question asking for equation of the curve, meaning that we need to find the y. So we always start from the dy dx is equal to 2a is 1 over 8x. Alright, and then minus 1. So let's simplify, is 1 over 4x minus 1 for dy dx. So how to find the equation of the curve? We have to integrate 1 over 4x squared over 2 minus x plus c. So we get 1 over 8x squared minus 8 plus c, and in order to solve the c, we have to use the point on the curve. So now we will substitute 3 equal to 1 over 8 4 squared minus 4 plus c. So let's simplify further for the c. So you will have the, let's see, okay, so this is 3, this is 1 over 8 times 16 minus 4 plus c. So we have 3 equal to negative 2 plus c, hence c is 5. Then equation of the curve we have to write back is 1 over 8x squared minus x plus 5. Alright, so this is so-called equation of the curve. Okay,